Let's get out of the way. It's the privilege of age, the privilege of elders to be able to tell stories. And I guess that's because people as old as I am have been on this planet for a very long time. So we've heard a lot of stories. And we've written some of our own. But the reason I love to tell stories is because I think stories build brands. At their essence, at their core, brands are nothing but an aggregation of their stories. Why they were formed, how they were built, how they grew. Now, new brands tell new stories. And often, old, resurrected brands also tell new stories. We are very privileged at Classic Legends to have the opportunity to both resurrect an old brand and to build new stories, a new history, however contradictory that might sound. But let me start with the old history of Java. This company was started in 1929 in what was formerly Czechoslovakia. František Janicek. And he acquired the plans from the German motorcycle company Wanderer. That's how he got the name. A combination of Janicek and Wanderer became Java. And he built these bikes to be rugged, affordable, reliable. They quickly became a craze in Europe. And then World War II happened. And they were turned into a factory to build armaments. But Janicek, in stealth mode, continued to build motorcycles. That's the history of the Perak. The Perak was built in an old Nazi warehouse and yet undiscovered. They tested it at night with Wehrmacht registrations. 100,000 kilometers of testing without being discovered. That was their passion. That was their resistance to oppression. And after that, under communist rule, they kept producing bikes with as much ingenuity as they could. So that's the history of Java. Now Rajesh alluded to it too when he talked about Thar, phenomenal success for us at Mahindra. When you buy a bike, or you sit on a bike, you ride a bike, or you drive a car, you're not riding a machine. You are riding meaning. Because the bike you ride, the car you drive, tells everyone around you who you are. What do you stand for? What's your persona? Who do you want to be? So if you look at the story I told you, when you ride a Java, you're telling people you refuse to be suppressed. You refuse to be oppressed. You will resist. You will be a challenger. That's what you're telling the world when you ride a Java. And as Rajesh said on a Thar, we understand that at Mahindra. We understand what gives us meaning. The Thar comes from a DNA that was battle-born. When you ride a Thar, what are you telling people? I'm an explorer. I'm a wanderer. I go where there were no roads. I'm unafraid. So this is about meaning. That was the old history. Now, the new history, yes, I did repeat it earlier and I said it at the first day, Bowman, but let me tell you this story. So in 2016, when we decided at Mahindra that we really belonged not in the commuter bike segment, but in the premium motorcycle segment, I called up Anupam, who was an investor in one of our companies, but a well-known biker and a turnaround expert. And I said, what's the right way forward? And he said one word, Java. And I told him that when I was in school in Ooty, one of the girls in my class everyone was in awe of her, because she came from the Jawa family, the Irani family in Mysore. And I said to Anupam, let me find her, because we can find out who owns the brand. And then I found out, I talked to some of my classmates, they said, no, it's not Morvaris who's there, it is Baman who controls the brand. So I got through to him. Anupam was having lunch. I said, Anupam, why don't you go and meet him? Anupam comes back a couple of hours later. He said, now I know why Parsis are called eccentric. Or as we say in Bombay, crazy bawas. I said, what happened? He said, no. He said, no, this guy is listening to me. I was starting to negotiate to license the brand. And he said, I don't want any money. I want to join you. So here's for crazy bawas. They make the world go round. Right. So thank you for that, Baman. And then, of course, as we started out as a partnership, Mahindra put the might of whatever resources we can. And you heard Anish and Rajesh today. All of us are challengers. All of us are looking forward to the excitement that this brand will bring. We stand before you running a marathon. We may fall, we may slip, but we'll rise up and we'll keep on running. We're running a marathon, and we hope that all of you will stay the distance with us and cheer us on. Thank you.